So we're back now. So we got everything set up. The show is about to tune in. My name is Showtime, the Hype Man on Philly Hot Radio. Good afternoon. This is a 12 o'clock noon show. We're broadcasting live around the world. For those who are about to tune in, come on in. Come on in. Hey, Donald, how you doing? This is my main man, Donald. Also tell your mom I said hi, Don. I know that you're getting ready for Ramadan, where you're counting down the days. So right now, I guess you're enjoying yourself before you get into Ramadan. It's very important for those who are getting ready, prepare their mindset to do something for the spirit and also connecting to your God and whatever you need to work on to better yourself. That's what Ramadan is all about. For all my Muslim brothers and friends. Showtime the Hype Man said, I want to make sure that I know that each and every one of y'all are counting down the days. So, my name is Showtime the Hype Man on Philly Hot Radio. We are broadcasting live on the YouTube channel. For those who like to tune in, you can go to Philly Hot Radio. That's 2 T's. And for those who want to go on my Facebook page, you can go on my Facebook page. That is Mikal, Keller, Keller. For those who want to go on my Instagram page, that is Mikal Keller, where we're trying to build something. I also want to thank my good sister, where I have met a young lady that's going to be helping me out. I want to thank Monica Fly that came on our show yesterday, where she came on here and did a great job. I also want to thank Scarfo. Also want to thank Theodore Radio, internet radio, that's building a platform where my little sister came from overseas over in UK and putting her thing down every day. So for those who are about to tune in to watch me, where I'm going to get into the part of the show, but today's show is having the right mindset going into the 22 year, where we're going to talk about where a lot of people just living and going on, but not really understand what it takes to survive each and every year when you get a year under your belt. Where we have a lot of people who are still doing the same thing, and because so many people are comfortable with their lifestyle, they are comfortable with things they're comfortable by their paycheck, they are comfortable with the community they've been at for the last 40 years, they are comfortable with the old relationship, maybe 40 or 35 years, where the mindset tells them that nobody else ain't gonna want me, so I'll stick and stay with this person. Where we also see that a lot of people has been inside a cage, inside their mindset, where the cage and the familiar mindset, where they are comfortable, where it's a story that we're going to talk about, where there was a lion that he was so programmed to be locked up in the cage, but he didn't realize that the cage was wide open, where he didn't understand because of the condition where they had put in the lion head, where the lion, for all the years that he's been in that same cage, where he would pace himself back and forth, but the door was open for him just to come outside, but he never understood that. And that's what we're dealing with people today in society, where 40 or 50 years of people have never changed the mindset of doing something different. Today is Friday, April the 3rd, where we are seeing a powerful movement where the Afro-American community has been under attack for the last 50 years just because you have a job, working for a prime job. Y'all think ain't nothing going on. Just because you have the most fancy car and you can lean back and play all your tunes and your iTunes and all kinds of music. Just because you have a nice single home or a nice condo or a nice apartment, or you feel that you have made it because you make $17 an hour, or those who making $30 an hour think they made it. So they go around talking about, man, I make $30 an hour. Or those who may be making a decent wage and a decent living, or for those who think they're making $150,000 a year. Man, I made $150,000 last year. So the whole conversation, what they're talking about, because we know, anybody knows about financially, anybody that knows about money, $150,000 in 2021. It ain't no money, because by the time you pay your taxes, your city tax, your federal tax, your Social Security, your medical tax, you don't even see that $150,000 for real. Where you think that you're getting ahead. Our mindset has been poisoned for the last 40, 50 years because we always thought that getting a good education, going to college for 4 years, getting a degree on the wall, and applying for a job because of my potentials and because I went to Harvard or because I went to University of Pennsylvania, because I went to Penn State, Temple, Cheney, whatever division college you went to, where we thought that getting a good education will give us a good start of life. For those who are watching me for the first time and those who continue to watch me, we're about to take this show and right into your living room. That's in your mindset, because the audience that are watching me and half of my audience have the I know. He don't know what he's talking about. I may not have $500,000 in the bank. I may not have a powerful religion belief. I may not have the thing that you may not think. Where some people that live comfortably, some people that maybe are fortunate than others. But we're finding out them people are missing something. And for those who are about to tune in to watch me, we're about to take this conversation on a whole new level. And I hope that for those who are watching me, pay close attention. Where I understand what God is doing for me and what He's actually trying to do for me. My job, even though nobody's listening to Showtime the Hype Man, because a lot of y'all got the I knows, where our community are not used to new leadership, or because they know you, because they think they know you, or you grew up with them in the city of Philadelphia, where I'm hearing too many people not satisfied with Philadelphia anymore, that have been here in the last 40 or 50 and 60 years. I don't see people that's happy to live in Philadelphia anymore. What is going on with Philadelphia, PA, where a lot of people are very dissatisfied the way this city is portraying to be, whereas only a very few of them, they think that it's a great city because they get a few peanuts or $5,000 grant money, or some of those who are nonprofit organizations, or for those who know, they are planning against our blacks and brown community because y'all afraid to identify what is really going on in the city of brotherly love. For those who are watching me, what is going on and why this city has turned the back on those who've been here all their life, have paid city tax, federal tax, and really not seen the outcome of their own community. Where the community is dying, the city of Philadelphia has turned it back on the poorest, weakest community. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to take this show to a whole new level. No disrespect to those who love their city, Philadelphia. Why you always hear people, and I didn't make this up, because I'm not a guy that will come here to lie. I'm a guy that will make stuff up on Facebook Live, Instagram Live, YouTube Live, where all those cute pioneer people in the city are afraid to do what Showtime the Hype Man doing. See the difference between me, I'm going to say something what most people are afraid to talk about. Yeah, I may not get voted to know the city of Philadelphia, where nobody will even acknowledge me of being a voice for the poor people, for the children, and for the senior citizen, and even for the middle class people that have a clue what the city of Philadelphia is doing. My name is Showtime the Hype Man on Philly Hot Radio, 12 o'clock noon show. Do y'all feel that the city of Philadelphia, for those who've been in this city all their life, they've never been nowhere else but Philadelphia? I want to hear your comment. Which way did you feel that the city of Philadelphia, if they move in the right direction to help the youth, the senior citizens, and for those who may have been in the city for 70 years, 40 years, 30 years, already satisfied on the road where the city of Philadelphia is going? We are not in the plan. You can have a council person, a state rep, a state senator. You can have a black Congress. You can have all of them in the circle. But what we are getting people that come from the old circle. So why is we are afraid to speak up? We got the same people coming from the same organization of politics. And those politicians in the city of Philadelphia, it's a dream movement, but the community is dying. The community is dying as a whole in the city of Philadelphia because everybody is afraid. I'm not afraid of Philadelphia. I'm building my own platform by the grace of God. I love this city. But when you see 499 murders in 2020, when you see April the 3rd with 130 deaths, when you see the oldest schools around the neighborhood, when you look around your community where you have seen your community, the value of your neighbor, the value of your block, your value of your community, we are dying and we're not seeing what they're doing to us. No. Showtime, how you know what he's talking about? Because I don't wear a suit? Because I'm not elected? Do we really know what the city of Philadelphia is doing? No, y'all don't. This is business. Where Donald Trump and them set the tone to wake up their people. Where blacks always talk inside the barbershop and the beauty salon, and then they have Zoom meetings, church meetings, but not talking about helping and going after this community. Somebody got to be the voice to wake us up. And all our leaders are dead. Y'all wore Farrakhan out. He tried to wake y'all up. But y'all allowed the media. Look what they did on Seton Hall. Seton Hall was trying to engage to wake up brothers and sisters. Soon, Seton Hall, y'all turned his back on him. So one thing about a black man in this city, soon you get knocked off, everybody will turn their back on you. I don't know that y'all experienced that, but we are the only race that judge, criticize, and so holy into religion. Where we play the religion role, but not the fighting role, to fight for our community. For those who maybe don't understand what I'm talking about, please put your antenna, have an open mind in what I'm really trying to say. I am tired of death after death after death after death after death. I am tired of people that's trying to do something for themselves, but people try to tear you up. What is wrong with us? What kind of heart do we really have? What type of spirit do y'all really have? Are y'all willing to fight? Or just give up and allow people to treat us any kind of way? We all got phones. We all can text. We got so much new technology to help us. But because we are so divided, it's separated. It's hard to listen to a good message or a good positive brother like Showtime the Hype Man. I'm going to be working even harder in building my brand and my name, not just in this city. I am reaching out to other people. This city is dying. We are dying by the wayside. And because we are so busy not to pay it no attention, we just wait till we hear the story. And that's when we start gospeling and going on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter to talk about. You see what they did to him? You know he got fired from his job. You know he got his car repo. You know he lost his house. You know. See, we have learned in the last 40 years. We have become gospels towards each other. And the reason why that we are so far apart, because we have never understood the love and the condition of who we are by our native spirit. Our spirit been broken 50 years ago. Dr. King and Lucian E. Blackwell and Dave Richardson and Cecil B. Moore and Georgie Wood and Charlie Bowser and I can go on down the list where they was in the trend because we didn't get a lot of opportunity where some of the elected officials will fight to get blacks jobs for the trash department, where City Hall was not even having black workers, but these leaders fought for y'all to get jobs. All of a sudden, y'all get into City Hall, y'all get some of these city jobs. All of a sudden, y'all too cute and y'all following these new young breed politicians. these new young state reps, because they've been quiet lately. Half of them been off Facebook, half of them been off the social media. They don't even come on social media no more because they know that somebody got something on them. When the last time you saw a power, let's say doing a food bank, let's say doing a food bank, then they smiling at the food bank, Oh, we giving out food, we giving out food, we giving out food. Well, we need to get out some jobs. We need to get a new rec center. We need to get some new schools. We need to do something that is different because the children is dying. We are dying. We are dying. And you don't see that we are crazy. He's corny. This city is dying because we don't have a clue. We can't even fight because somebody behind the scene is destroying our community, and you're sitting there watching me. I don't know who's telling me to say this. It's not me. Because you're looking at me like I'm crazy. But I don't worry about y'all. I'm doing God's duty. Somebody got to speak up. 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 I don't care if they cut me off. They can call the electric company. They can call the gas company. They can laugh anything they want to say about Showtime or Hackman. I am tired of our city or dying. I'm tired. The mothers are tired. The fathers are tired. But we keep electing the same people. They don't have a vision. They don't have the spirit. We're fighting the double. They are the doubles with a tie and a suit on. But wait till the mayor race comes. You're going to see so many of these people come out when the mayor race. Now they're all quiet. They're not saying nothing. Because they line up their ducks. Where they're out there lobbying behind the scenes, then you have lobbyists that's trying to find out who's going to be the next mayor in the city of Philadelphia. For those who are watching me, this conversation, I want to thank Dr. Rock. For those who know it, Eric Williams. We miss you, Dr. Rock, where we understand your situation for tomorrow's show. So, because you are guarding your body and your spirit, you're doing whatever to do to protect yourself. So I understand that. So we want to thank Dr. Rock for tuning in today, watching us on home. So we thank you, Dr. Rock. And also we want to thank Eric Williams. You have been cheering me on ever since, and you've been seeing me. I want to thank you, Eric Williams, for supporting Showtime the Hype Man. We want to thank Sonny for tuning in too. Also, where it's important that what we're doing, that we acknowledge the people that come on this show, because it's important for us to acknowledge each and every person that watched this show. We're talking about the mindset and the condition where a lot of people talks a lot, where we have a lot of great talkers in this city, where if you ever know that, where I want y'all to start paying attention. For those who always run their mouth, the only reason why I run my mouth, because I got a radio show, so I can't come here to be quiet. So I do want to say that. But because I have a radio show where it allows me to talk, it allows me to do what I need to do. What I want to talk about where we are electing men and women that talk on the side of their neck, where half of y'all have been in some of the meetings, half of y'all have been around some of these, they invite you in, where their staff is there, they give you some donuts or coffee, and they'll give you some chicken when chicken used to be popular then. That's when Kentucky Fried Chicken was one of the politicians' favorite go-to thing when they had war meetings. We have too many people that's in position talk on the side of their neck. That's what we're electing. Men and women that want to be a leader, but they're only following people that was in the organization where they got involved in an election, where they got involved in elections where they knew somebody and they got a job to be the manager, the coordinator, or some of them could be the staff, chief of staff, and where because they became a chief of staff, they thought they was the next person in line to run for office. Where the politics today are not the same in the 70s, in the 80s maybe. Where the elected officials today have the same spirits of the people that's in the streets. They nasty, they're mean, they hold attitudes with new guys that are rising up. They are cold-blooded, they will cut you off, they will call people up, tell them not to use you. These men and women in this city of Philadelphia, they are some dangerous elected public servants. That is a fact, that is the truth. So we want to read, Gary Watson came on, we want to thank him too. We have a comment here. It is not we're electing the wrong and the same lie-ass people. It's not of enough black folks using the right votes them out. I want to thank you, Sonny, for that comment. And nobody knows that, but I know Gary G. Watson knows. As a little young man, he saw me. And he can vouch for me. If nobody else can vouch for me, Gary G. Watson can vouch for Showtime the Hype Man. Knew that I was a young guy from the streets where I got involved in running campaigns. I didn't know this show was going to be talking about, because they're not going to offer me anything. I got it clear. I'm not going to get invited to nothing in this city. I got that clear. I am building my own platform. That's what Showtime the Hype Man. With all the knowledge that's inside of me, all the campaigns, all the organizing, all the fundraisers, all the things that I need to do, I am not running for office, but I will help a quality candidate, somebody that's not afraid to fight the old Democrat City of Philadelphia party. We have to go after the head and start changing the way the Democrat Party treats black people. They're afraid. The politicians won't say that, because they don't get no money from y'all. They know where they get their money from. That's why we're not getting nothing but a few crumbs and a few pennies, or some, what they give you, food banks, and they give you a live concert in the community where they'll get a couple artists, set up a stage. We're not getting anything. This city is dying. We are dying, ladies and gentlemen. For those who are watching, you may not understand that this city is going in the wrong direction when it comes to the poor people and those who are house owners. Where I had a sister that came from New York City who was talking to me. She's a big real estate company, where she said, what's wrong with Philadelphia? What's wrong with black people? She said, I'm from New York, where they did the same thing as us in Harlem, New York, where black folks in this city ain't together. I said, sister, I've been saying it all along. where people in New York are talking about what's wrong with the black folks in this city. Can y'all ask me? The phone lines are open for those who like to call up. The phone lines are open. My phone number is 484-477-6348. The phone lines are open. 484-477-6348. We are losing. We're not gaining. We're about 30 years behind when it comes to financially. We're about 30 years behind when it comes with structure. We are about 50 years behind when it comes to unity. We are way behind, and we never left nothing for the young folks. We never left nothing for our children that are in elementary school, those who are going to junior high school, those who are maybe going to a high school has been outdated. Old schools with old ideas, old memories, and old promises for some of the elected officials in the city of Philadelphia. My name is Showtime the Hype Man. We are broadcasting live around the world. For those who are watching me, talk about, do you love the city of Philadelphia? Hey, cool, we got my Instagram people. I want to thank those who are watching me on Instagram. For those who are watching me, I want to thank those who are watching me on Facebook. And those who are watching me on YouTube, we are broadcast live around the world. Where are you satisfied with Philadelphia? What do you feel that make you be proud of Philadelphia? For those who are born and raised, this is something that I want Philadelphia. Are you afraid to talk about your city? Or are you afraid because you called Showtime and Hype on Philly Hot Radio where somebody Mike was going to help you out because you called me? That's kind of stuff we're talking about. Freedom of speech. Everybody's quiet. Have y'all noticed that everybody's quiet in this city? Nobody is talking because they are taking our city by surprise. Have you noticed that none of all these elected officials, all these business people, corporate people, everybody is quiet. They are coming after our community where we going to be like dinosaurs wiped out because we have never put the brakes and really pay our close attention what is really going on. Ladies and gentlemen, for those who are watching me, we are struggling where people in this city all their life are struggling. Where it seemed like Philadelphia, where blacks is a ghost town. They have shut our music. They have shut our rec centers. They have shut everything down because we are fighting the wrong fight. Because we are too busy fighting over the wrong fight. When you have a community that fight the wrong fight, anybody can come to your community and destroy it. Put guns in it. Put drugs in it. Bring different sex people where you'll see mothers going with other women. You'll see men going with other men. You will see so many things are going on in our community where have never been done before. And we are seeing some strange ass shit in our city. But we all know God. We all know about praying. But if we know God so much and we know about praying so much, Why innocent babies are dying every day? Because the spirit of this city is dying, and we need something different. Because my name is Showtime the Hype Man, where my viewers and my audience that are watching me around the world see something different in me, where most podcast radio shows where I may not have no big celebrities on my right or even on my left. But I am trying to create one of the biggest platforms where we know that sooner or later they're going to cut me off because they want us to sleep, sleep, sleep. And we are sleeping as a race because we're living and the world is turning and turning right in front of our eyes because this thing is deeper than you and me. For those who you better be on your knees and praying, you better be reading your scriptures. You better, because 2022, you thought what you saw in 20 and 21. Half of y'all can't even handle what is about us to face. We're going to be facing tough times because we have not prepared ourselves in our own community to fight the battle. Where because we're so separated, they're going to come in where none of y'all don't have a clue what is about to happen. Because my name is Showtime the Hype Man, where most people taking my title in my position as a radio host. Yes, I am a radio host. Everybody else can do it, but why can't Showtime the Hype Man? Me and Dr. Rock, we got an outstanding show every Saturday where we have built something together where most people thought me and Dr. Rock wasn't going to last. We are facing an element that half of y'all can't barely understand. Why are they still messing over us? I want to say that again for those who are viewing me and those who are watching me for the first time. We are under attack because y'all are comfortable with the paycheck, the relationship you got. Everybody's in love. Everybody loves. Yeah, I'm in love. I'm married. I'm in love. I'm married. We all love. We all married. Happily married. But we're losing something where our eyes are sleeping, where they are creeping at night in our community. Because they know that our community is suffering and it's been suffering for the last 50 years. My style as a humanities speaker is different. Where y'all not used to, because since the late Dr. King, Martin Luther King, was assassinated and killed, the same way they did Brother Malcolm X was killed. The same way they did some people that was artists in the 60s where they set them up. We are dying. We are losing the race. Y'all may think that because you work at a job and you got the best job in the city, so you sitting there talking about, oh, see, that's that over time mindset. But what I'm doing, I'm trying to boost the energy where the energy is dying. We are losing, y'all. We are losing. I guess y'all don't want to hear the word losing. I wish I could say that our community is winning, but the facts and the percentage that we are losing because the people don't understand what is going on because everybody's dead. We are blind in the mindset because we have a cell phone, a house, a car, and a pension and social security check what your mother and father got. Y'all safe. Just to pay bills. Where are we leaving our young people? Where are we building to keep the torch of our community strong? But we are weak. Our community is weak. That's why you got 130 deaths. 2,400 people been shot. That's a weak community. Vacant homes, that's a weak community. Only 1% of black business, that's a weak community. We're outdated schools where we're not even fighting to fight for good schools because we are fighting the wrong fight. See, the guns is only half of the issues. Y'all don't understand what I'm talking about. But as long as you got your debit card, your car, and your cell phone, y'all don't want to listen to Showtime. We're a race going to 21. We don't listen to gifted speakers where I may not be a prime speaker in this day and time, but I'm going to do my best. And that's all I can do. To somebody else step up to the plate where we need alarm sounded that we are losing. I'm sorry to tell my audience. I'm sorry to tell y'all. If y'all think we winning, ride by some of these grave sites, walk on some of these blocks, and talk to some of these senior citizens, or talk to some average working person where they have saw cancer has spread in the black community, where we are dying and getting sick and sick and sick because we don't have a clue what is really going on in the city of Philadelphia, where because we are religion goon and we practice religion so hard, where we got blindsided, where they gave us the religion but not the business. They gave us the religion, but not the brand new schools. They gave us religion, not upgrading our community. They gave us the religion, but they didn't give us financially. They didn't give us how to repair our own community. We are getting washed away. Where we read scriptures every day. We are getting bourgeois while everybody else is building a better future for their culture, for their own community. It's a sad day for our race. We are losing the battle. For anyone that want to say something or comment something, since no one has the heart to call the radio station to talk about it, because we are great. If I was a white radio host, my phone lines would be open to all the stuff that I said, because we're not used to engaging in conversation. We're not used to. We are comfortable with rundown schools. We are comfortable with the way they treat us in the police, how they treat us. So we are comfortable with vacant homes. We are comfortable with a job. We've been on a job for 20 and 30 years, but we have never seen us prosper in the job. Why we are comfortable? See, in the beginning of this show, I talked about the cage mindset, where we are programmed to be inside this cage, where we are comfortable with the lifestyle, the relationships, the financially, because we base what our mothers and fathers put inside of us. where we saw our mother and father work 30 years on the same job, so we repeat the same thing they're doing, where other people in other race understand equity and finance and business, where business will give you a better start of American dream. Jobs will never give you the American dream. You may have to go get a car new and take some food trips to Florida, Miami, and send all the pictures on Facebook, and we're going to say be safe and be careful. That's the way to go. We've been fooled too long, and it's time to wake up. I challenge each and every one of y'all that are watching me today, and those who maybe not like my style as a speaker. Of course, some of your elected official families and friends not gonna like my style. I haven't said one name about no politician. Y'all have me say nobody name. But what I want y'all to start doing, if you ever got close to an elected official, female or male, look on the side of their neck where they're only talking to you with this, but all of a sudden some lips come on the side of their neck. You say, God damn, Showtime was telling me, look and pay attention, but I never knew that politicians had lips on the side of their lips. So when they're actually telling you, where actually they are lying because it comes out of their neck, where you will see all this other stuff coming on the side of their neck, but because y'all have not paid a close attention, because we are used to people lying to us. We are used to people shooting us up. We are used to people giving us nothing for our school district. We are used to people giving us the most raggedy home. We are used to the crumbs and the crumbs that we receive for the last 50 years in the city of Philadelphia. We are comfortable with crumbs in the way we get treated. We're uncomfortable. We're broadcasting live, and we're on Philly Hott Radio. This is 12 o'clock. This is a community radio station where we help people out. For those who want to come in to patronize Philly Hott Radio, we're looking for donations, we're looking for sponsorships, we're looking for people to invest. Where this is my hour where everybody else on the show do their own thing. So we're gonna eliminate that, where we're gonna talk about, because we're about getting close to that hour for me to close up. So we're gonna talk about the show that's coming up. Zena Music Production present an old school show and dance. I'm talking about old school. For those who are here on my Instagram, this is a show that Showtime the Hype Man will be hosting. Zena Music Productions, a company out there in Maryland, Delaware, gave me a call. They wanted me to host this show featuring Philadelphia owners, Touch of Class. Also, artists like Philly Destiny Band will be performing on this. I'm talking about, I saw this, I went to Maryland, I went to Delaware, where this 7-piece band, $20, I'm talking about professional musicians, coming to fill up the Philly Destiny Band. I'm talking about, I saw this amazing band play, where they're coming to our city, along with Touch of Class, also Corey Wilmington, a.k.a. the King of Hawks. DJ Big Brother. Also, we're going to do an old school style dancing like the Wit Ballroom, the Hotel Philadelphia, the Astro Disc, Kim Gray. We're going to take it way back for those who know that. Also going to be the host, going to be Showtime the Hype Man on Philly Hott Radio. Also, you must be 30 years and older to get in. So this is a grown folks old school concert. I'm talking about a concert where engineers, sounds, music, guitars, drums, organs, bass player, lead player. We're talking about a concert right at the Ball Hall on May 1st. Food and alcohol at the position. It's only a 75% capacity. So all tickets are going real quick. I got 20 tickets left. For those who like to come out to an old school live concert, call your boy Showtime the Hype Man up. I'm talking about live singing. So, for those who want tickets, also Wake Up, Rise Up in Philadelphia is doing a virtual worldwide concert where we're going to be doing a worldwide, not me, Phase 5 recording on my man Doug Payne and his staff and Carmen and everybody else that's participating around the world, where we want to bring awareness of peace and balance and gun violence around the world. Know that Philadelphia is dying, and we are reaching out to the world to help Philadelphia because Philadelphia don't have a clue how to handle these true issues. Gun violence are bigger than Philadelphia. Also, tonight's show, Philadelphia Hott Radio present the Buzzy and Cousin Show. That's right, from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. That's night live. Also, let's talk guys versus girls. Let me tell you, this show on Sunday night here at Philly Hott Radio, outstanding show. We're promoting Let's Talk Guys versus Girls. So that is coming up. So, my name is Showtime the Hype Man. We're live around the world. I want to thank everybody that tuned in to watch me. We are building one of the biggest platforms around the world. It may not be big to you, but it's big to me. And it doesn't matter how many views I get, how many people post me. I love you anyway. For all my haters, there's only a little bit of y'all in this city. Stay tuned. And also, one more thing. This Sunday, Philly Hott Radio, Showtime the Hype Man host, will be broadcasting live and locked in on WRS radio station in Eastern Time from 2 to p.m. In London time, I'll be on 7 to 10 p.m. I have my own gospel R&B show on WWR radio station. My name is Showtime the Hype Man on Philly Hott Radio. See y'all.